Coming up, it's been in the news a lot lately. Tariffs. We'll explain exactly what they are. Also, April showers. Do they actually bring May flowers? We've got the answer. Then say hello to Bini. This new baby gorilla is stealing the show in Arkansas. Plus, Queen of the Court. She led her team to victory in the NCAA Championship. And now UConn basketball star Paige Bueckers is here to talk about her historic college career, the WNBA draft, and much more.
You've inspired so many kids. How does it feel to be a great role model?
Knowing how much I can impact the next generation, younger kids, and being a great role model, it means everything to me, and it's a huge reason why I do what I do, to continue to be someone that young kids can aspire to be.
Also, our picture of the week is sure to make you smile and may just ignite the great debate over how you should eat your pizza. And on your marks, get set, go. One special program is encouraging kids to get moving while teaching them some valuable life lessons.
Running makes me feel incredibly empowered.
Whether it's a good day or a bad day, I just really love to run.
I feel excited while running because of the running groups that I usually go to, and they give me the energy to run. Whenever we get together, I always feel like it's like a little family that we've had.
This is NBC Nightly News, Kids Edition.
Welcome back to Nightly News Kids Edition. I'm Lester Holt. I hope you're all having a great week so far. We have a pretty terrific lineup ahead, including this baby gorilla who is spending a lot of time bonding with his mom. Plus, we'll jump into the world of sports with all the stories making news this week.
How does it feel to win an NCAA championship?
Thank you. It feels amazing, pretty surreal, extremely blessed and grateful just to be able to experience that with my teammates and share that moment with the entire program.
And we'll put you to the test in this week's pop quiz. But first, let's begin with one of the stories making headlines this week. You've probably heard the word tariffs a lot in the news lately, and it got us thinking, what exactly is a tariff? Let's find out. A tariff is a tax on a product that goes from one country to another. The most common one is import tariffs. These tariffs are taxes placed on goods imported from other countries, like furniture, toys, clothes, and electronics.
Best way to think about a tariff is it's a bill that you're handed right there by the customs agent. Here you go. Here is your container full of basketballs. And you thought it was going to cost $10,000. It's going to cost $10,000 plus 10% extra. And that 10% extra bill goes right to the U.S. government. And the person who pays that bill is the person who bought those basketballs to send to the stores to sell to you.
Tariffs are nothing new. In fact, tariffs have existed for hundreds of years. The United States and other countries have negotiated, made agreements, and sometimes even disagreed on tariffs. Tariffs can be enacted for economic reasons, like to try and strengthen the economy, or for political reasons. In addition to possibly making things cost more at the store, tariffs can have a huge impact on the global economy. So paying attention to tariffs can help you understand more about what's happening.
The more you know from valued news sources, that's important. You can see how world leaders are trying to do what's best for their own position in their own country, and sometimes it takes compromise, right, for everyone to be able to win.
Well, parts of the country have been getting hit with severe rain and flooding this week, and it got us thinking about that old saying, April showers bring May flowers. Well, here to explain the meaning behind this phrase is our good pal, Dave Price.
Lester, today we're going to answer the burning question, why do April showers bring May flowers? Now, that's a popular saying often used in the month of April. And the saying actually originates from an old 1886 proverb from the United Kingdom. And the saying went something like this: March winds and April showers bring forth May flowers. Kind of formal, isn't it? Well, anyway, April in the United Kingdom is one of the more soggy or wettest months based on the position of the jet stream. The jet stream position in April shifts northward, and this steers weather systems across the ocean and produces multiple rainstorms in places like England and Scotland and Ireland during the month. The jet stream also produces lots of rain over most of the United States during the month, and especially across the northern plains, the Great Lakes, and the Northeast. Now, April isn't necessarily the rainiest month in these regions. However, as temperatures warm, there are more rainstorms in these areas as compared to snowstorms, and that soaks the soil. The rain in the month of April, combined with the warmer temps, begins to nourish the plants and the flowers, and then the magic happens. Now, this saying doesn't apply to all locations. For example, in the Southeast, it's more like March showers bring April flowers. And across the West, their rainiest time of the year is usually the winter, December, January, February. And in the Southwest, the saying doesn't even apply at all because it's often so dry. So in general, April is a month in the beginning of the spring when rainfall activity, more direct sunlight, and warmer temperatures across most of the northern hemisphere all trigger flowers to start blooming. And by May, we expect to have beautiful flora, including tulips, pansies, daffodils, forsythia, violas, hyacinths, and more. So now that you know what brings May flowers, isn't it time to ask, what do May flowers bring? Well, the answer to that, my friend, is pilgrims. Get it? Mayflowers bring pilgrims? All right, this may be my last appearance on Nightly News Kids, but we'll talk more about that at Thanksgiving. Lester?
Okay, Dave, thanks very much. In zoo news this week, a baby gorilla is flooding the internet with cuteness, and he now has a name. Let's get details from our friend Ann Thompson.
This baby gorilla is stealing the show, and now he has a name.
We were so excited to be able to announce the name of our new baby male gorilla here at the Little Rock Zoo. He's special because his mom was also born here at the Little Rock Zoo, so he's a second generation. His name is Bini. He's just about 6 weeks old. He weighs about 6 pounds. He's hit all of his natural markers. He's on point for his age.
Bini's name has a special meaning.
Bini is the name of a small area in the country where some gorillas are naturally found in the Congo.
Born last month at the Little Rock Zoo in Arkansas, the baby boy has been spending a lot of time bonding with Mom.
Mom is still holding him close, and she probably will for the next 6 months. And then after that 6 months, she'll transfer him onto her back. But as far as all of the seeing and reactions and things, he's on point for his age. So we are very excited about his health.
Both Mom Adelina and Dad Kivu are taking parenting seriously.
The mother will obviously raise the baby and nurse it, but a lot of times Dad is the one that teaches the baby how to have fun, how to be active, how to play. And that kind of play leads to teaching them long term as they become adult gorillas how to manage their behavior within a group and living with others.
Did you know lowland gorillas are only found in one region of the world?
They are found naturally on the continent of Africa.
And their size depends on their status in their troop, which is the name for a social group of gorillas.
If they are the silverback, the dominant male gorilla, they'll get several hundred pounds. But if they're not the top ranking in a group of males, they'll be significantly smaller until they become the top-ranking male. They have roles that they provide, whether they're dad, mom, big sister, big brother, auntie, uncle. And so over time, that helps solidify the family unit, how they are resourceful together, how they help each other. It helps them become better parents in the long run. So just like people, they will create a community to help raise the young so that everyone gets an opportunity to teach the young gorilla how to be an adult gorilla eventually.
Habitat loss is one of the biggest threats to gorillas in the wild.
There's a lot of mining that can affect the native habitat of gorillas and chimpanzees. Mining for these minerals for cell phones and smart device uses. So very important, recycle your electronic equipment.
Bini's birth marking an important moment for this zoo and a way to educate the public about these great apes.
It's a way of encouraging our local community, our guests that come here, to want to learn about conservation. It's also a way of us having an insurance population for that species of animal. We want everyone to be excited about gorillas and making sure that we can create some sort of change to make the native habitat where gorillas live a much safer place for them.
Okay, Ann, thanks very much. And while we're on the subject of animals, time for our picture of the week. If you're a pizza fan like me and almost everybody else, you're going to enjoy this one. The New York City Parks Department posted this photo on X this week with the caption, "Please don't feed the squirrels pizza in our parks. They don't know they're supposed to fold the slice in the middle before eating it." That's a reference to the way people in New York typically eat pizza. You take the slice and you fold it before you eat it. It's a New York thing. I'm from California, but I adopted. Anyway, speaking of squirrels, time for our pop quiz. The question this week, true or false? Squirrels help grow trees. I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Okay, time's up. The answer is true. Squirrels have unintentionally contributed to a countless number of trees in our nation's parks and forests. When a squirrel buries a nut, it loses some of it to theft by fellow animals and also just may not retrieve them at all, which results in more trees. And guess what? Squirrels are known to be clever, and their front teeth never stop growing. It helps them eat the pizza. See how it all comes around? And turning now to the world of sports. Lots of big news this week. First up, Washington Capitals' Alex Ovechkin celebrated breaking the NHL scoring record with 895 goals on Sunday by diving and sliding on the ice. It took 26 years for an NHL player to pass Wayne Gretzky's record. Gretzky was at the game to watch history being made and congratulated Ovechkin. Next up, March Madness came to an end this week. The Florida Gators are the champs of college basketball, coming from behind to top the Houston Cougars in a March Madness nail-biter to win their third NCAA men's title. Meanwhile, in women's basketball, the UConn Huskies defeated last year's champions, the South Carolina Gamecocks, to win their first championship since 2016 and the 12th national title for their head coach. It was the final college game for Huskies superstar Paige Bueckers, who is expected to be one of the top picks in the WNBA draft later this month. And our Kids Edition correspondent Joaquin had a chance to speak with Paige Bueckers about winning the championship, the draft, and her message for young fans.
They don't call her Paige Buckets for nothing. UConn senior Paige Bueckers and her team just took home the chip with an 82-59 victory over South Carolina.
Congratulations, Paige. How does it feel to win an NCAA championship?
Thank you. It feels amazing, pretty surreal, extremely blessed and grateful just to be able to experience that with my teammates and share that moment with the entire program. It's just been an unreal couple days.
As usual, Paige showed out with 17 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks.
What did you have for breakfast the day of the game?
The day of the game, what did I have for breakfast? I had scrambled eggs with bacon, ham, and cheddar on a piece of toast.
Nice.
All season long, stadiums have been packed with Paige fans of all ages.
You've inspired so many kids. How does it feel to be a great role model?
Knowing how much I can impact the next generation, younger kids, and being a great role model, it means everything to me, and it's a huge reason why I do what I do, to continue to be someone that young kids can aspire to be.
Yeah, and most of those fans are young girls with their hair the same way as yours, the iconic double braid. Do you think you're going to keep the same hairstyle or change it in the WNBA?
I think it's time for a switch up. The braids, they had its good run, and so I might switch it up now.
Everybody loves seeing your younger brother in your TikToks and at games. What do you think he would say is the best part of having you as a sister?
Probably all the shoes that he gets.
Shoes. I would like that too.
Throughout her college career, Paige played under a legendary coach. Their celebratory hug went viral.
You played under such a great coach. What's the best lesson you've learned from Gino?
Best lesson I've learned from coach is probably that everything is important. The small details, the big details, everything takes part in winning and being successful. So nothing is too small, nothing's too big, everything matters.
Like a lot of athletes, Paige has faced some setbacks.
What kept you hopeful even during those rough times?
Definitely my faith, leaning on God's guidance and his understanding of things, and then leaning on my teammates, my friends, the coaching staff, and then just, I love basketball so much and I didn't want anything to get in the way of that, and just looking at it as another journey and obstacle to overcome.
What advice would you give to younger Paige?
To always have fun, to always keep the faith, enjoy the journey, enjoy the process, and always remember why you picked up the basketball and why you fell in love with it, and that's because you love playing, you love having fun, you love sharing those experiences with your teammates, and never lose sight of that.
And now, Paige has her sight on another milestone, the upcoming WNBA draft. Can you describe in one word how you feel going into the draft?
Excited.
Excited?
Mm-hmm.
The whole world will be watching. For Nightly News Kids, I'm Joaquin. Back to you, Lester.
Okay, Joaquin, thanks very much for that. And Paige, way to go. Finally, in this week's Inspiring Kids series, a program in New York City is encouraging kids to run and set their own pace. We get details from our friend Ellison Barber.
Rising New York Roadrunners is a free running-based youth program with one mission: to get kids motivated and stay active.
I think the most important part is have fun. Your body just tells you stop when you want to finish. I remember my parents and my family are waiting for me at the end.
It's an incredible opportunity to be a part of a community with others who share my passion, and we get to compete against each other in free and fun races, which is always awesome.
It helped me develop my public speaking skills, speech fundamentals, and develop my confidence as a public speaker so I could speak in front of audiences like today. And it's also just a great way as a community to connect to other runners around my age.
The program encourages kids to be physically active and gives them the confidence to cross any finish line.
Running makes me feel really gratified and rewarded. Whether it's a good day or a bad day, I just really love to run, and I always feel great when I finish.
Some 1,500 kids ran in dashes and races recently in Times Square, alongside professional and adult athletes who were competing in the New York City Half Marathon.
I think it's really cool to run in Times Square because there are so many lights and the billboards everywhere, and since there's so many people, you can feel the energy and the positivity that are giving you. So that kind of gives you the energy to run.
When my mom first started running, I thought that's so cool, and now she's running marathons all around the world, and I just want to do that with her.
I think the professional athletes inspire me just through their work ethic and how hard they put into training every single day, and the fact that they're so talented.
The program serves 100,000 students in New York City and an additional 100,000 students nationwide.
I feel excited while running because of the running groups that I usually go to. So even when I don't feel like running, I always remember that they are so fun to be around and they give me the energy to run. Whenever we get together, I always feel like it's like a little family that we've had. My mom and my stepdad have also ran the half before, and they have inspired me to do the same one day. So I've been doing the 1 mile races so I can work my way up to running a half marathon.
An extra boost to run towards their dreams.
Running makes me feel incredibly empowered, and just working hard for a healthy sport is just a really great thing to do.
Ellison, thanks so much. Well, that is going to do it for us parents. Just a reminder, if your child has a question about any topic in the news, feel free to email a video to us at nightlynewskids@nbcuni.com, and we'll try to answer them in an upcoming episode. You can also follow us on Instagram at Nightly Kids. Thanks for watching, everybody. Remember to take care of yourself and each other. So long. Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.